Welcome back to Antigua, Barbuda today. Well, of course, we love celebrating authors here on this program. Books for not only reading, but for thought as well. We've got another book this morning to feature. It's called Oceans of Thought, and we're pleased to speak with the author, ROSALIND SEVERIN McCLEAN, this morning to talk about the impetus, the thought process behind the book, how you can get access to it, and how it can change your life. Ms. McCLEAN, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
All right, you're very welcome, and welcome back. Let's talk about Oceans of Thought. Give us a background to this latest book.
Yes. Okay, Oceans of Thoughts, Book 2. We're talking about Book 2 because I spoke about Book 1 on the first interview. Yeah, this is actually, it's a wave of smooth intensity, captivating energy, and the historical movement of a musical decade. Yeah, this book comprises of quite a few inspirational poetry, poetical poetry, lyrical. And actually, I wrote about the band, the decade of the band, the Missing Dimensions band in Dominica.
Excellent. So tell us, for those of us who've never been, not those of us, those who haven't been, because I've been several times, give us some insight as to some of the cultural aspects that are included in some of the poetry that you've written.
Yes, I incorporated everything I could, try to make it very educational for people, Dominicans, and for other people who have never been to Dominica, so they could very get a good idea of the country, of the island. In this book, I will speak about some of the poetry I have in this book. I have a lot of lyrical poetry. I went into an inspirational aspect of my life, and I incorporated it in several of the poetry in this book. About the band, the Missing Dimensions band, which we formed, all-girl band, we formed in Dominica in the 1970s. I spoke deeply about the journey of the band. We talk about from 1970, 71, right up to 1977. I wrote, I went in actual detail of the journey of the band.
Okay, I'm going to give you a chance to read just a small snippet, a paragraph. Anything insightful you think from the book? Because, of course, when the book comes to life with the author's reading, I think we're more inclined to gain access to it. So let's give you a few seconds to read just a bit of it, if you would.
Oh, sure. Yes, most definitely. I would like to read in the first half of the book, actually from the poem I wrote on the Riverbanks. It's called the Riverbanks. This actually is taken from the first poem. So I will read a few paragraphs from it, stanzas from it. Okay, I'll start. I would like to make a small. I wrote a preface to each poem. I have a preface that explains actually, what the poems are about.
Okay.
So this beautiful masterpiece is a true witness to the transparency or separations of life, on the emotions of childlike innocence. It is a brilliant display of the effects of cosmic energies through divine intervention on a tender life of 6. Its lyrics flow through 2 peduncles of art. Come along with me as we drift on the sweet, inspiring incense of the incense lilies of life. Okay, the Riverbanks.
Nice. And how can we get access to the book then?
Okay, the book is available on Amazon. It's both in Kindle, ebook, and paperback. So any one with Amazon, access to Amazon in any country, actually, you can purchase Oceans of Thoughts,
Nice.
Book 2 and also Book 1.
And what's next for you as an author? Any thoughts on upcoming books, projects?
Well, yes, the work hasn't, it's just continuing. I mean, I will be doing another one maybe like next year. I have just done 2 books in a year, so I will give it a little chance to push forward the way I want it to push. And actually, I started working on Book 3, but I sort of held back a bit because it's like, I can't do 3 books in a year. It wouldn't be beneficial. So this is it. Book 3 is coming soon. It will be there like sometime next year, God willing, And so we're just trying to get Book 2 in with students or trying to get it through as many places, many readers worldwide as possible.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Madam Severin McCLEAN. Oceans of Thought, Book 2, now out, Amazon. So if you haven't already purchased Book 1, Books 1 and 2 are now available online. Feel free to purchase them, whether in ebook format or the paperback version. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much too. I'd ask everyone as well to please write a review on Amazon on the books. Just give us a good review. It is very important for authors to have reviews on the books on Amazon.
Excellent.
I would very appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right. So Rosalind Severin McCLEAN there joined us to talk about the second testament, so to speak, of her book, Oceans of Thought. We'll be back after this.